1. So this is gonna be chapter 4.2. It's the sun lasers chapter. A lot of this chapter is based around tactical resets, and Chris and Sheva got to pick up the plates that go into a door that leads you to a set of puzzles. So as the Chris player, a lot of what you're going to be doing is just you're going to be picking up 2 of those slates, or the plaques or whatever you want to call them, and just waiting on Sheva's word for when to tactical reset.
A lot of the pathing is split here. Sheva will pick up another 2 of the plates. If it's your first time running this, you generally want to be full HP, because each time a laser hits you, it'll burn about 1/3 of your HP, and there's a whole animation where you're like, "Oh, I'm burning."
And it throws off the cycle. So
yep. Tactical resetting will also reset the cycle, and it'll on top of bringing Chris to me. So there's no other way to explain it. As much as I hate saying, just watch the video, follow the lines exactly. That's what
I'll explain a couple of Chris lines and like the stretch that I use to make this a little bit more consistent. But generally speaking, it is pretty much just do the tactical resets and the lines of movement correctly, and you'll just get this pretty free every time.
Okay. Let me explain my line. I think my line's harder. Before your first section. Yeah.
Right here as well, if you want to heal, this is a pretty good spot too, before you go into the chapter.
You want to heal like about right here before you activate the laser cutscene that shows him being activated. So what's going to happen is Chris is going to go to the left, you're going to go to the right, and I'll explain my line, because I think his line is just grabbing the slate, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so you have to just run like around to the right or left. I'll have to... I can never remember. I just kind of have to do it. And then there's gonna be some archers right around the plate, and they generally miss. It's been a while since I actually got hit by them. I'll probably get hit by them now in this recording after I say that. Then you just kind of want to run back down to a certain point and just wait for Sheva's word to do the tactical reset, just so that there's no enemies on your screen and you're hiding behind a wall to block yourself from the archers.
Okay. All right. On my mark. Okay, just go.
Okay.
So my line right here, Sheva's line right here, you're going to shoot this guy once so he doesn't have to deal. He's going to get melted by the lasers. You're going to run through, and then you're going to go to the next laser path. But instead of waiting, you're going to go to the one right after the lantern, and go there. Because generally, if you didn't do that, you would have to wait 2 cycles later. You're going to pick up this herb, because there are lasers going on anyways. And you're going to run all the way to the end. You're going to call for a reset in 3, 2, 1, once you hit this threshold. So when you ready up right away, you're going to be spamming the dual action key as fast as you can so that you can get on the cycle, because you will both be in place to have Sheva throw over the bridge. My line's free here if you want to explain your line.
Yeah, so basically, I'll explain it as I do it. Basically, what you want to do as Chris, once this goes off, you want to just quick turn around and then just start running to this first crevice here on the right. Turn back around. You'll see 2 lasers go by around the time that Sheva picks up the sky emblem. You'll just run to the next part here, underneath the shadow. Position yourself right about here. Wait for this laser to appear, and then just follow it. And then there's going to be 2 shield enemies up here. You just want to shoot them in the knees in order to incapacitate them, and then just melee your way through.
As Sheva, you're just going to run straight through this line here, because the laser should not be able to hit you, and we'll be resetting in 3, 2, 1, and that is the sun temple puzzle. Oh yeah, before you reset, make sure you put a slate in. That is a checkpoint, and you don't want to be slamming the insert button, because you will then put all 3 slates in, which you don't want to do, because
that'll just delay the checkpoint. Yeah.
Each slate is a checkpoint, because casually you'd be, putting them all in one at a time, doing each puzzle together. There's a treasure up here. One of you can shoot it, and the other can pick it up. Treasure routing is always a bit iffy for us. We're trying to route out treasures we don't need. So.
All right. So this part right here, the sun puzzles. There's 3 of them. And this first part here is just dependent on the Chris player. Basically, all you have to do is just run around to the right here. and you're gonna grab the last bit here. This one.
Don't turn.
You're gonna grab that while Sheva goes to here.
Don't turn it around yet. So you want to be on the right side of the switch because he's going to want to put the laser. He's going to swing it all the way around to hit this. So if you're on the left side of this, you're going to die. You will get burned. So that's why you want to be on the right side for this puzzle. This should never be a problem for the Sheva because Chris has a whole animation. So if you just run straight here, you should be fine. So
swing. Just turn it around and boom.
Boom. Spam B, the dual action. Alright.
This part right here,
yep.
yeah.
So in this room, don't do it yet. The Chris and Sheva player have one thing to turn and one pillar to knock down each right here. But this applies to the next room as well. You're going to both want to be on the same step at the same time. So if one person's on the dial and one person's on a pillar, the odds are the other person will get burned. So what we're going to want to do is we could start back at the elevator.
Yep.
So what'll happen is okay. Alright, let's do our dials first. Sheva's gonna go to this far left dial. If you look at Cosmic screen, you can see what dial he's going from. You're gonna
I'm going to the center dial here.
You're gonna turn it left, right there. So it's
I'm gonna turn to the right.
Yep. So what's gonna happen is Cosmic is gonna knock this down, but this will enable all the lasers to create like a force field here. So you want to make sure you're past this line right here. Because if you're still here and he knocks down the pillar, there will be a laser right in front. Like, show it off. We'll just die. I'll just die right here.
I mean, you don't have to, I guess, yeah, you'd have to die.
So let's say Chris was a little bit ahead. I'll be like, oh no, I didn't get to my part quick enough. And you have a really long death scene. So you both want to be knocking the pillars down at the same time as well. And usually the Sheva player will call for it being to be safe right there, so we'll just show it off, yeah, properly. Me and Cosmic have run into each other with a long time, so we know generally the pathing. I'm safe. He's gonna knock his pillar over, which will, well, you can knock down your pillar before him, but he's always gonna knock it down faster than you because he's closer. Don't walk forward because you're gonna die into the laser. Make sure you quick turn right, and then go to the last puzzle. The last puzzle, instead of a dial and a pillar, will just be two pillars. So for Sheva, it's going to be the two close ones. You're going to want to do the one to the right, and you're going to want to turn it left.
And so for Chris, you're going to run down to this one in the corner here, turn that right.
You'll both be doing this at the same time. And then for the Sheva one, you'll be wanting to do this and turn it this while he's doing that at the same time. So what usually is that a checkpoint? Okay, actually no.
I don't think so.
Reset it. So if the Chris player is too fast or the Sheva player is too slow, generally something like this will happen on the last switch, and it's happened to us before, but because we've optimized movement, the Sheva player while she's turning her last one. Oh yeah. So for instance, if you let go too early, you just want to make sure it clicks in place. There you go. So let's start turning your thing now. So let's say before you get to this and you just start doing that, he burns you. So you want to, so in the beginning you just want to communicate that you're safe, because the dial will protect you as you're spinning it when you're Sheva. But if you didn't get to spinning it or get to the dial, you will you will die. So we'll just run it properly to show you how we do it. Go. It's been a while since he's burned me, but I'm good. And as you can see, the laser did not go through the dial, so I'm safe. You're going to want to turn around and go to the right here. It's a dual action elevator. Before the chapter ends, you're going to run a little bit forward, so hold your W key and then spam escape. And that is chapter 4-2.